Welcome back to the Get It Out podcast. I'm your host, Jake Cepeda. Big thank you for listening to last week's episode with Kelsey. It was fantastic. The feedback was great. Love her. She was definitely someone I wanted to get on the podcast for a long time since we started. So it's great that she was on. But once again, some quick announcements. Make sure to DM if you have any, you want to be on the podcast, if you have any feedback, critiques. Love hearing that. Give a review on the Apple iTunes store. It helps us out to get exposure. And thank you again for just listening. We're hoping to make this more exciting, lots more topics we want to discuss, and with your guys' support, I can make that possible. So with that being said, let's get into today's topics. I have a special guest with me today, a really good friend of mine, and we're going to talk about different topics from like schooling, life, dating, and just, self-care. So I'm really excited to have him on. So in front of me, actually, we have...
Hello.
What's up?
My name's Tonatiu. That's Ton, and then the number 2, because a lot of people don't know. Like, they're like, "Excuse me, what?"
Mean girl.
No, actually, when we met, I'm sure you were like, "Who?"
Yeah. But we have Tonatiu here today, so really cool to have him on. He's been a really good friend of mine for a couple years now, so I'm excited to start getting into things. I think what I wanted to do to start off this podcast, because a lot of critiques I've gotten was from people saying like, oh, we just want like a more chilled, laid back, like casual conversation type of podcast. And I thought, let's do that. Let's do that by drinking. Let's drink. So we have here today Mr. Jack Daniel's whiskey.
Yeah.
Which we both had. Well, I never had, but apparently you're like a drinker of it.
I'm not. Okay, that makes me sound like an alcoholic. I'm not an alcoholic. No, I've had it a few times at parties. I go to U of I, which used to be the #1 party school in Illinois.
What
I
happened
believe.
to it? Why is it not #1?
Well, because we got boring, I think. No.
Well, a lot of y'all got COVID, so that's why.
No, actually, I don't know. I don't know what our rank is this year. But like when I applied to go there, I think we were like in the top 3 for sure. So like I've had it at parties.
Okay. So we'll take a shot to get into it.
Yeah.
We'll open this up as a taster.
Wait, you have to do it by the microphone.
Oh, okay, wait. This is the ASMR podcast now.
Yeah. This is the ASMR podcast.
I'm never doing that again.
Really cringe. I like insisted that we open it on like, what is this, like video record?
Yeah.
We're on the podcast. Just because I was like, like we're different. I was like gonna start tapping my glass and.
Please don't do
that. But we won't do that.
Okay,
No.
Okay.
Are
you ready? Okay. I've actually never had this, so if I like spit it out. We'll find out.
You'll have to tune into the video in that case.
Good promo. Okay. Marketing manager. Okay,
ready?
All right.
Cheers.
Oh my God. That was not it. That was not that girl. That was not.
No, yeah, she was really rough.
She's really rough. That's been in there for like a good month.
You did not leave with that.
Just kidding.
I mean, it gets better with age, doesn't it? Right?
Isn't that wine?
I think that's all alcohol.
I don't know.
I think it is.
That's been in there for 2 months. And she don't taste good.
I mean, Smirnoff doesn't taste good.
But we'll try it later, though. Yeah, we got a good old trusty Monaco here with us today. So yeah, I mean, with that shot in, I'm feeling good. Hopefully we can,
That was really rough. Ooh,
that was really rough.
Yeah, we're feeling it.
So
we're good.
What I wanted to talk about, beginning with, is just for those that don't know you, kind of explain a little bit about yourself, what you're doing, and then
No. So I'm like I'm just a student, I guess. I go to U of I, like I mentioned before, in Urbana-Champaign. I'm a theater major. And yeah, I mean, I've kind of done a little bit of most aspects of theater, I guess. I started off with acting. I'm doing casting. Well, I'm focusing on casting and movement pieces right now. I've gotten more into dance because of that, but I've also done like a little bit of playwriting. And I'm going to take a screenwriting class this upcoming semester. So that's exciting. But yeah, I'm a Sagittarius. I don't know what that means for
into it.
everyone.
I've actually been getting really into like the whole zodiac signs.
Okay,
so I actually know
lately
a lot
me
of it.
too. Lately
Yeah.
me too. That's the guy.
Also, for those that don't know, we actually have the same birthday, so we're the
Exact same
same.
birthday.
Well, I don't know what time I was born.
I was born, I think, like around noon.
Okay,
And
I
I
think
only-
it was like the 1 or 2.
You should get a co-star.
I should actually.
should.
No, I've had co-star. They roasted the shit out of me every time. Yeah, to be like, you're a fucking bitch. You let people step all over you.
I remember. I think we talked about this before, and
Yeah.
I was like, "Wait, does yours roast you?
Yeah,
'Cause
literally,
mine does."
yeah.
And then, I remember that now.
Yeah, mine
I
just
still
goes
have
in
mine.
on me. Like for those that don't know what like the app is, so basically it's like a horoscope app, and it basically lets you know like, well, you type in, like your like the day you were born, stuff like that, and it lets you get like a daily like horoscope. And yeah, this shit's been like treating me like. I got rid of it because that shit was so like it was just canceling me left and right. It was like I remember I had one when I was like with someone with an ex, and it was like people are gonna treat you the way that you let them treat you, and I was just like,
I mean, but that's not even a roast. That's
Yeah.
just more.
advice.
If it applies, it applies.
It was a lot. So I got rid of her. But yeah, so the app is fantastic. Love her. Don't get her.
Yeah,
She'll
something
drag you.
like that.
But yeah, so I mean about your school. So doing like theater. What kind of made you like want to do theater? Like, what was your mindset of like, okay, I'm gonna go to school for theater because anything in the arts is like not guaranteed to like get you anything in life. Fucking
Yeah,
sucks.
actually, I was actually gonna say, going off that I just really wanted to make money. Clearly, but I actually make that joke a lot. It's probably not funny anymore. But no, yeah, I don't know. I just, as a kid, I was always just into it, I guess. It was always acting specifically was always something that I thought was really fun. So I don't know. That's what made me happy, and I was like, I'm just gonna pursue that because I really never got the whole mentality of like trying to make money just for money's sake. Because if you're unhappy at the end of the day, then I don't really get why having a large bank account is gonna matter.
That's true.
And now, what, like a few months away from graduation, I'm like over it. I don't even know if I'm gonna do that after I graduate. But then again, I feel like most art majors don't do that.
That's true. So
but yeah.
actually, before we started recording, I actually went to your house to go like pick you up. We were having
Mhm.
good conversation in the car
We
about this
were?
because I was mentioning that like I don't know, this past couple of months have been rough for me. I've been having like a midlife crisis, but I'm not even in like my mid age. But I'm just like, holy shit,
Yeah.
what am I doing with my
A
life?
quarter life crisis.
And I dead ass, yeah.
That's what it is, yeah.
It was bad, and I've been going to therapy for a couple months. But yeah, I've been just having this like, what is life? What is like, what am I doing with this life I have? And I've been questioning every step. For you, what? So you're mentioning how you're going, through your own, what am I doing kind of thing. Do you have any type of plan going forward, or do you at least have like a trajectory of okay, this is what I want to do?
I don't.
You don't.
Is the short answer.
Don't. Got it.
No, I mean, originally the plan was to just like graduate, become super successful, super famous, move out to LA, and like the rest is history.
Okay.
But I was like, maybe let's tweak it a little bit.
Okay.
Maybe let's become a little more realistic. So I just know that I want to move to Chicago soon after graduation. That's pretty much the plan. Maybe hopefully working in like casting or something like that. But yeah, I don't know. I honestly,
No.
yeah.
I think that's like the big
We'll figure it
that's a
out.
big question that people our age are asking themselves now because like most of us, well, I mean, people that were in our class are
Yeah.
now hopefully done with college. They've done like their 4 years and they're out.
Yeah.
So now they have to figure out what the fuck they're doing with their life. But people like me that dropped out twice and now I'm still going to school for 2 years. I don't know what I want to do, especially in arts, which like I mentioned before, like it's the most unstable career path you can possibly do because you don't have like a signed job like right away. If you're a teacher, you can go work for a school, but like casting, like what are you gonna do with that? I mean, I think there's
I mean, I there's like casting agencies. So there's like casting agents and casting directors, which are different. So essentially casting agents work with like specific clients for example, like, I don't know, like Zac Efron or whatever, right?
Okay.
His casting agent works with him and make sure that he gets jobs, right? But a casting director is essentially someone that gets called in, for example, like for a Netflix show, and they see like all these random people audition, and then they cast like the show. So there's like a difference there, I guess. I personally would want to be more of a casting director, not more of a casting agent. I just feel like that would be way too much pressure for me, and
Okay.
I don't know.
Would you want to do? So you said, would you be open to doing like different casting in like films, or would it just be strictly theater-esque in that realm?
No, not at all. No, films and TV for sure, 100%. Like that's the main reason I went into theater in the first
Okay.
place, because I was like acting like I don't know, I just watch a lot of TV, I
Okay.
guess. Or I used to. And that's mainly what I wanted to do. Like the theater's great and all, like don't get me wrong, like go watch live performance as much as you can, you know,
Yeah.
like support these artists. But at the same time, like that's just not for me,
Okay.
you know?
I feel that.
Yeah.
I feel that.
don't know.
Ideally, what would you? Okay, so let's get rid of like life as you know it. Ideally, what would you want to be doing right now? Like, if you could, like, what is your plan? Like, oh, when I grew up, I want to be this without any like limitations on you.
Well, when I was a kid, I just wanted to be rich.
Okay.
I
Period.
didn't really have like
Chase the
a
bag.
specific job in mind. That's why I made this joke earlier. I was like, OnlyFans, like she's really gonna have to come in.
Ooh.
Not sponsored, also, but that was
if you want to though.
no. That's like a complete joke. That was a complete joke. I like
Do an
mentioned
OnlyFans.
before.
Do it.
I mean,
Do
okay,
OnlyFans.
so I see all these people making bags, and then I'm like, oh, like I have to go, you know, like I have to jump on this bandwagon or whatever. But I honestly would feel so bad just knowing that like my booty pics are out there or whatever. Like, I really would just feel like so terrible. So I just could not do that.
You want to
Maybe
get like famous and like people like they'd be
Mhm.
like, "This you."
yeah.
Don't-
They're gonna be like, hey, prove it.
those
Gonna be
those this
shocked.
you fucking replies are drastic. You don't
Yeah,
want one of those.
no, I don't need that. So if anything, it would just be like, I don't know, like me eating or like, I don't know, some feet pics. If y'all are interested, hit me up. But yeah, I mean,
What would be your name?
I
Would you use like
honestly
your real name
don't
though?
know. No, I wouldn't use my real name. What? I mean, I guess if people are gonna see my face while I eat anyway.
That's true.
I don't know. I mean, I guess it just depends what I'm gonna do. Maybe I'll have separate accounts. Ooh, stay tuned.
Subscribe.
No, don't stay tuned. Subscribe. Link in bio. No. No. I don't think so. I don't think I would use my real name or anything like that. But it's mainly just to pay for these student loans. Like,
Yeah, I know. It's
ah,
horrible. Yeah,
like, I
hopefully
just-
fucking it's like canceled. It gets like subtracted from my account,
Mhm.
and I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, no.
Well, that's actually like one of the
100%.
main reasons why I've like dropped out a couple times is because like I'm just like I don't want to pay for something that I'm not dedicated into fully,
Right.
and then I still end up having to pay it anyways.
No, yeah. Well, that's the gag.
That is the gag, yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's just like for me, I just know I'm not gonna jump right into theater after I graduate. But just having like the degree, I guess,
I feel
is
that.
better.
I feel that. I feel that. Yeah, I mean, literally, like every day, I'm thinking about like what's next for me. What's my life gonna be like in like 5 years? I don't know if you're the
Every
same, but like
day.
I maybe it's like the Sagittarius in me, but I'm just like
Okay,
I'm always
same
like
day.
thinking. I'm always like self-reflecting to like, okay, what am I doing? Because for me, I'm just like, you know, I want to be adventurous. I want to be like spontaneous, but at the same time, I want to be like, okay, here's a plan because I get in the habit. I don't know if you feel the same way. If like I can like daydream about like my ideal life forever, and then I'm like, wait, Jacob, you're not actually chasing something. You're just thinking about it.
No, yeah, 100%, 100%. I'm always like, okay, like in 5 years, I'm gonna be doing this. Like, I'm gonna be sipping mimosas off a yacht in Greece. But then I'm like, but how am I gonna get there? And then I'm like, oh wait, reality check. I'm a theater major.
Don't even have a
so-
car.
Don't even have a car. That's the real tea. You really had to expose me like that. But no, yeah, I definitely need to. I mean, I guess to a certain extent, I like think about what my plan is every day also, because I'm like, I sit with my planner and I'm like, okay, like, what am I actually going to get done today? And I just don't actually get all of it done ever. Which just makes me feel rough, but we'll get there one day. We'll get there.
So I wanted to, well, one, actually, this would be, I guess, a good segue into the next topic, Pours More. So, not to mean to call you out, but you're single.
Yep. Link in bio. Okay. Hit me up.
Subscribe to my OnlyFans. Be my OnlyFans. So I am with someone right now.
Right.
And you're not. So
yeah, just rub it in.
Actually, do you find that it's easier to chase your dreams when you're by yourself, or would you rather be with somebody while chasing that dream?
I don't really know if I have an answer to that. Just because like I don't have anything to compare it with. You know what I mean? Like I personally wouldn't consider myself ever having like a real relationship that I was like authentically and emotionally invested in.
Okay, you sound like toxic.
No, I'm not. I've had like 3 relationships in the past, and the longest one was with a girl in middle school. And for those listeners and viewers that don't know,
we're part of the LGBT.
Yeah, we are part of the LGBT. We are not like, sorry ladies, but
Jeez.
I mean, I don't know, still shoot your shot, right? But like,
you're strictly G's.
I hate that. No, yeah. I don't know. It just hasn't happened, I guess.
Well, I mean, so what? Okay, well, ideally, let's ask this then. So, would you rather be with someone right now, or would you rather be by yourself?
I mean, I'm definitely ready, I think, to be in a relationship. I think I'm at a point where like I'm working on my personal growth, like my own growth. And I think like just having another person there specifically that to like encourage me, and like, I mean, it makes it sound like I want like a personal trainer or something, which would be great also.
I like coach.
But I don't know. Yeah, just having that someone there that's just gonna like be with you like unconditionally. You know what I mean? I think that would be really beneficial. Which is why like you know, like people in relationships that are chasing their dreams, like you, like that's great. You know what I mean? Like go for it. Reach for the
Why
stars.
haven't you found that one guy yet?
Okay, whoa. I didn't know this was like an interrogation. You what?
This is therapy now.
Yeah. You said this is going to be $40
you from
a
living
session. No. I honestly, I would love to say I don't know. But I just have like my own insecurities, I think, that get in the way. And I'm just too quick to like be like, no. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just too quick to move on. Or if something happens that I am not like a fan of, I'm just very quick to be like, thank you, next. Hashtag like Ariana Grande. But hashtag, wait a minute, I don't even tweet. That's the guy.
She comes up, she's like, yeah.
She slides under the door. Yeah, I will never.
I hate this. I'm kind of feeling it right now too.
Are you really?
A little bit, but yeah, we'll continue. But yeah, I mean, so I like it that I'm with somebody that finally encourages my dreams. I was with somebody for a long time that did not encourage. Well, they were very toxic.
Right. Yeah.
And you know a lot about that.
We're
and
aware.
And they stopped me from doing a lot of what I wanted to do because I was focused on them and their dreams. And then now I'm in the mindset of like, okay, well, now I'm not with that person. Now I have to be my own person. And I'm trying to figure out like what that is for me. And I like that I'm with someone that like likes to encourage what I do. So like with you, like what ideally, if you had to like picture like, okay, this is ideal guy that I want for me, what that guy look like for you?
Look like on paper?
Paper.
I honestly don't. I mean, I just love a good laugh. So honestly, like he just has to be very funny.
Okay.
Well, not very, like, that's fine. If you're, like, semi-funny, just hit me up, you know, shoot your shot. But that just makes me sound so
Link in
desperate.
bio.
But I'm really link in bio, like we said. No. No, I don't know. Just like someone authentic, I guess. Because right now it's so easy to get like lost in the whole like, oh yeah, like you're so special, but like
Yeah.
send me nudes. And then once you do, you're laughing, but like that's the truth. Like once you do and once you hook up, they're like, oh, like on to the next one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get
And
you.
because of that, I've like started just like for my own, I don't know, mental health, I guess, I've just started like not really like doing hookups.
Okay.
And okay, the gag is, and people are gonna think I'm playing myself, and I am a little bit. But like I still have like, you know, like the like Grinder and Tinder and all
Yeah.
those things, and like I still talk to people on there. But like specifically on Grinder, which for those listeners that don't know, I feel like everyone knows, but it's like, you know, like an app
Like a Tinder.
that it's like mainly used
That
for
wasn't a
like
research.
like you know, it's mainly used for hookups.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah. And so all these guys where I'm like, oh, like yeah, I'm down to meet up, but you know, like I'm not gonna like put out. They're always like, oh, like so you're playing hard to get. I like that, and I'm like, I'm not though. Like, is it playing hard to get if you're actually like, I don't want to say I'm hard to get, but like you're actually not playing, like
Yeah.
is the thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And then they think I'm playing, and then a few days later when we still haven't hooked up, they just kind of like fade away.
yeah.
And I'm like, that's fine, because honestly, like if you're not here for like an authentic connection, I guess,
Yeah.
where I am right now with my life,
Yeah.
I'm just
Well,
goodbye.
I feel like that's the mentality in our like community, like of
Oh,
just like,
100%.
well, a lot of so there's tons of positives towards our the community, but there are a lot of like negative when it comes to dating. I feel like a lot of us are just, and even myself included, like before I was with somebody, like I was in that mindset just like, okay, I just want to like hook around and like be a hoe basically. Like I just want to like, and I feel like a lot of people stay in that mentality where like when you're finally are ready to settle down, you're not finding people that like that want to do the same because they're all in the same mentality. But I think
Yeah.
you know, like for me, example, like I saw like a TikTok of like they kind of explained it, that made sense to me of like there's a lot of men that growing up didn't really have a lot of like, dating experience because they were closeted or they, you know, didn't get to date a lot of, there were not a lot of gay men around them. So when they got older, then they started to do like that dating phase you would normally do in like high school and like early college now. And now they're not interested in hooking and being long-term relationships. They just want to hook up because that's
Yeah.
they're trying to live that I guess like fantasy.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess our age plays into it because like we are young, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? I always love to like be like, you kids, but like we are 22 at the end of the day, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like I get not wanting a serious relationship right now at this age, but you know, some of us do.
Want that.
No, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I definitely get what you're saying about the whole like closeted, and then like experimenting once they're
Yeah.
older, and I guess that just goes with like the whole like times change kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
So I'm pretty into this drink right now. So I'm
Mhm.
gonna ask a question.
Okay.
So-
Oh
so-
no, is this one of those like? Okay, we'll
You'll find
see.
out. Okay, so for those, I'm actually no one knows this actually. So why am I saying that? In high school we knew each other, and I
Oh
remember.
no, you're really gonna. I know exactly. I know exactly what
For
you're
a
about to
time
bring
period, a lot of people were coming up to me. They're like, Jacob, when are you gonna secure the bag? When are you gonna put Daytona to? And I was always like, I don't know. And there's a period where we were just like, we were talking a little bit.
Okay, I'm actually glad you admitted it because I feel like we've had this conversation
We have, yeah.
before.
This is me opening
And
up.
you were like, no, I like never talk to you like that. And
Yeah.
I was like, you're okay, fine.
Yeah.
But,
But I feel like that was that's even like because mainly it was because there's not a lot of like gay people in
No,
our
yeah,
school. So like
100%.
they're literally all the gays were like in this tight circle. Like I knew every gay at East, and they knew me
Yeah.
once I came out.
yeah.
And they were just like always. I remember when I came out, they were like there was this guy that I'll tell you off camera, but
Okay.
like that. Thanks for watching.
I'm ready
me.
for the tea, right?
That came up to me right when I came out and I came back to school because I came out during spring break and I waited.
Yeah.
Well, I took spring break so I didn't have to face people right away. when I came back to school,
I'm gonna spit my drink out.
this voice cracked. Okay.
It's
okay. I've had a little bit to drink.
Mhm.
Where they came up to me and they're like, "So Jacob, I saw your video."
Really?
I saw your video and I'm really proud of you. And I'm like, "Oh, thank you." And he's like, "So if you need anybody to talk to, I'm always here for you."
Oh.
And he was like talking to me like that. I was just like,
Did some ASMR.
"Thank
right
you."
there.
I was like, "Thank you." Yeah, but yeah, I mean, there's a tight circle of gays at East.
I mean, they know where we are. They know. Okay, but the gag is like you said, a tight circle of gays plural.
Yeah.
I thought there was like 2 or 3.
No, there were more. Maybe they just didn't talk to you.
This is gonna be like a longer off-camera talk than I thought because maybe they didn't talk to me.
Yeah,
Is that
a lot
what?
of them were closeted.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Which I mean, I guess would have been fine in high school,
Yeah.
but
I
now,
feel like that's like a big like
not.
fantasy though.
yeah.
Like, I know for me, I always looked for like that closeted gay. It was just like a fantasy for me.
No, 100%.
And I've even like when I was single, that was like always like, oh, I'm gonna like convert like a straight man.
No, yeah. I definitely get that. I have shared those same ideas, but yeah, I don't know. And even in college, I feel like I still was open to that possibility, especially with like these frat boys or
Yeah.
whatever. But now I'm just honestly not interested. Like I've had people on Grindr like hit me up, and then I like open their bio and it's like discreet, and I'm like,
No.
sorry,
You're like-
I can't do it. You know what I mean? Like if you can't like walk out in daylight with me and like hold
Yeah.
my hand or whatever, I'm not honestly like a hand
Yeah.
holder, but just a figure of speech.
Yeah,
then I'm
yeah,
not.
we're not like
interested.
James Charles. We don't look for DL men.
Mhm. This is gonna be so much tea. He's gonna come for us.
He's not gonna
LOL.
listen to this, honey.
You say that, we get sued tomorrow.
I get a copy strike on this.
Mhm.
Oh no, but yeah. What was it? Oh yeah, back on topic. Yeah, we started talking for a little bit, and I remember. I don't know if you like remember this, but yeah, I've had people while that time was happening, because we were in like the same play, and then we
Mhm.
started
A
like.
couple. Yeah.
To
We were in a couple plays. Yeah.
I should remember one of them.
Well, we were in the
couple,
Laramie
yeah, sure.
Project.
Okay, oh, yeah.
And
Oh
then
yeah,
we were also
actually in
in-
the same class.
Yeah, we were in HP
Oh my
together.
God, my
Yeah,
memory's
honors
terrible.
performance.
Yeah, but I had a lot of people come up to me and they're like, "Oh, like you should like date Tonatiu," and I was like, "I don't know about that."
Mhm.
So I never like knew you like that until like after high school. That's when I
I
started
think
to
it
like.
was like senior year, like when our like two
Yeah.
Wops friend group formed.
Yeah.
I think that's when we like started getting closer, or like actually knowing each other.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
there was a time right after senior year, maybe freshman year of college ish. Yeah, we all started to like hang out and like
Yeah.
and talk, and then that kind of died off a little bit. Just sad, but
I mean, they're still around, you know.
yeah, true.
We still
Love
got
you
that
guys.
group chat.
Love you guys. But yeah, that was. I always felt weird of like, because I'm not gonna lie, I did think about like asking you out, but I was like, wait, we have the same birthday, so like that's gonna
Yeah.
be like really like I don't want to buy like you a present on my birthday. It's my birthday. You give me a
That's when you
present.
buy it before.
Ew, ew.
No. No, I get what you mean. I definitely, yeah.
Yeah, that would be
I
like
mean-
too cringy. It'd be like, oh my god, same birthdays.
Mhm. No, yeah, we would have definitely
Been that
been one of those. But no, I mean, yeah, there was definitely a time where I was like, like I wonder.
And then you got to know me.
And
Went downhill.
no, well, I mean, you've always been in like serious like relationships,
have,
kind
yeah.
of. You know what I mean?
That is my fault.
That is your fault.
That is my
Mm,
fault. Serious
no.
relationship. So I'm you can probably explain like what kind of like lover you are, but I'm the type of lover that like I hate dating. I really hate dating. I would
Yeah.
rather be with somebody probably right away, which has kind of been my fault a little bit. I've actually never been like
So you move
Single,
really
single.
fast.
yeah. So once I find someone and I really click with them, I automatically jump on it. And it usually ends up to like not like jump on the relationship.
No, I got that. I
Okay.
got that.
I thought you meant something else.
No.
So I actually, yeah, I mean, I've always jumped into a relationship because well, this is probably what we'll end up talking about later in the podcast, but I've always felt like I had to be with somebody right away because I don't know, I just maybe like comes from childhood or like having like divorced parents, feeling like love is never gonna like happen unless I like find someone right away. I don't know, it's a weird like complex I have, but
No, I get that.
but like I always have to be with somebody, and I always feel like I people always tell me like, oh, Jacob, when I was single and whatever, or I was going through like that ex whatever, they're always like, Jacob, like you should just like break up with them and like you should just find yourself. You should like spend time alone. And I get that sentiment, I really do, but I'm just a person that like, why can't you just like excel and like find yourself while being with somebody? And right now I'm fortunate that I'm with somebody that like helps me do that. But like, yeah, I don't know, that's kind of like person that I am, and that's why I tend to like be with long lasting like relationships. But like, what kind of, I guess, dating would you be like? What's your preferred, like, would you rather be solo, have little flings here and there?
Well, I mean, I used to be a fan of flings. Like, flings are fun or whatever, but I'm not like I am just not like the hookup type anymore.
Okay.
But it's funny that you bring up like the whole like just like from your childhood, like thinking that you needed to like find someone quickly, because I am actually the opposite. I feel like I am that person that's like, how am I gonna fully invest into someone else when I honestly don't have myself figured out? You know what I mean? So I've always been like that. Like,
okay, maybe
I'm gonna work on myself.
Maybe I'm just toxic.
No, not that. But I mean, there's like no wrong way to love, I guess. That's right?
That's true.
But yeah, I don't really know. I think I've definitely done a lot of work on myself, but I still have more work to do. And as much as I would love to have someone along with me for that journey and to help encourage me, like I mentioned before, I think at some point a lot of the work that I do have to still do on myself is very, I don't know, it's very internal in a way. It's very like personal, which
I feel that
they will eventually get to know, but I don't know. I'm not sure I could actually get it done knowing that like there's someone there that whether I get it done or not is always going to love me. You know what I mean?
I feel that. I feel like that's definitely a lot of self-care that would go into that, which is definitely what I plan on talking about towards the end of it. I did want to ask you one more question about like relationships and dating, because I want to know the tea.
Right. The tea. Let's spill it.
Is there any like horror stories you have of like dating?
Yes. I have so many.
Spill.
Okay, I'll spill a few of them. I can't spill all of them because we are from the same part of town.
Oh yeah.
So
Well, spill what you can. For the audience.
I don't know. There was just like, it's just mainly like really bad. Like, I don't want to make this like rated R or anything, but like I am a big fan of like kissing and like foreplay. And I don't mean that in as dirty as a way as it sounds. I don't know if that was just English. This Monagos is really like
in French.
Yeah, je parle un peu de français, right? We're gonna like speak a bunch
Euro, dollars, and yens.
Yeah, I don't mean that in like a dirty way.
Yeah.
I've just always been like, if like I'm just not there, then we're just not gonna get to the next level. You know what I mean? So it's just mainly like a bunch of like bad kissers. Like these men really, I don't know.
Like a deal breaker though? Like if you can't kiss, like that's no. Like we can't.
I mean, it's not like a deal breaker. I mean, it's definitely what is that called? Like when you're not into it. It's a turn off. That's what it is. Okay. Yeah. I don't know why I just forgot that. I'm like, ooh, I haven't been single in so long, but I've been single literally my entire freaking life. No, yeah, it's just such a turn off when someone's a bad kisser, and I don't know who is out there telling these men that they are good kissers, because you are doing a disservice to our community. I'm so sorry to call you out like that, but just be honest, y'all. Like, please, just, be like, let me take the lead or something, like let's
Well, what's a
teach.
good kiss
Let's
to you then?
teach.
Like, so what ideally do you like? You don't have to get like grab it, but
Yeah, I
like,
just
what's the
start,
ideal
like,
kisser for you then?
um I mean, I guess everyone has different ways of kissing, so I shouldn't be too quick to dismiss
Okay.
anyone's, but I am just personally like a passionate,
Okay.
not like I'm gonna eat your face off, but like obviously like we start off slow, and some of these you really said I'm dead. No, I don't know. Some of these guys just like jump straight in and act like it's like hour two or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
But like, let's start off slow. Like,
Feel that.
I don't know. It's like when you go swimming or something. You know what I mean? Like, you have to like dip your toe in first, and just kind of like wade your way into it instead of just like.
Yeah.
Well, I guess there are like those kisses that are just like those like jump all in type people,
Yeah,
but I'm a waiter, you know.
Okay.
I like
Fair
dip
enough,
my
fair
toe
enough.
in first, and I think that's how my kissing style is. This is
Okay.
like people are gonna be like, "Excuse me."
I cancel. I don't agree.
They're gonna be like, "Who is this?"
I feel
No.
that, yeah. I mean, I relate. I feel like, yeah, a lot of people. Well, I mean, I don't know if this is a deal breaker. I mean, if you can't kiss, it's. I would encourage you to like be a good kisser, but
No, yeah. I mean, if they're like bad kissers, but I feel like some type of connection, like emotionally, or like
okay.
we're like vibing on every other level, then obviously like I'll be like, okay, let me hold your hand, like let me teach you the ways, I guess. I'm not saying I'm
Okay.
a great kisser, but if you'd like to find out, link in bio. JKJ. Just kidding.
well, no. Could you told me? I can leave this out if you don't want it. But you told me how you went on a date recently. You said it wasn't that great.
And no, I said it wasn't the best, but it also definitely
Will
was
they
not
get that
the
text
worst.
back tomorrow and be like, "Let's hang out again"? Or
I mean, I would be down to hang out with him again, but that's mainly because like we were vibing on other levels.
okay, I feel that. Okay.
Or at least I felt like we could vibe on other levels. It was. Oh no, I can't say this.
I just find it funny how you would just like I asked you, "Oh, is he from our town?" You're like, "Definitely not."
oh, you're really exposing me. All the A-Town listeners are gonna be like,
Wait.
oh, he thinks he's too good now. No, I really promise I do not think that. It's just, I don't know. Something about the fact that, like, we went to high school with people from East and, like,
I feel that, yeah.
I don't know, just knowing, I don't know. The fact that we went to high school and that, like, they've already all kind of dated each other and I'm just kind of, like, the
feel that, yeah.
last one out.
Last
I guess.
pickings.
Yeah,
Like last
like,
one?
I'm,
Like
like,
dodgeball.
last pickings, essentially. Like, I don't know how that makes me feel.
I feel
And
that, okay.
I guess that just goes to show that I take things very personally. Because
Okay.
at the end of the day, they're not, like, it's not a personal thing, I
Yeah.
guess. But yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Like, when I was ready for them, but they weren't ready for me. And now that they're ready for me, I'm just not ready for them. And that's just how life works. That's what?
That's a Tumblr quote.
Exactly. I'm very, I don't know,
Oh, God.
Tumblr, I guess. That's my aesthetic.
That's funny. That's funny. I feel like we share very different dating experiences, but it's always interesting because I actually people that don't know like jokes on that.
No, yeah, I almost choked on the drink.
I love talking about like dating and stuff like that because I think it's interesting because I like hearing other people's dating experiences. For me, probably exposing myself right now, but yeah, I used to be like a big like just hook up and I've had like I remember we would talk to our friends
Yeah.
about this and be like, oh, what's your body count?
Oh yeah, I remember that. I had a big hoe phase also, and that was mainly because of Ari's Thank You Next album. I will
Okay.
never forget it because that album was so good. If I listen to it again, probably I'll go back into my hoe phase. JK. I'm over it.
Link in
Positions
bio.
is out. Yeah. Link in bio.
No, but like yeah, I think okay, I hear people say this a lot. Well, like oh like you need to have like this like hoe phase, but I really think like you do, because like then you learn like okay what you like and what you don't like when it comes to like the
Yeah.
bedroom, but also like you just date people, you like get to know like what you vibe with. But that's important because like if you don't, I know a lot of people. I'm not gonna call them out, but but they always come to me and like friends and just like, oh, like, I'm with this person, like I just don't really like feel them anymore. I'm just and just like, well, just break up with them then. But a lot of people don't have that, like, okay, I don't want to break up with them because like we have this time history with each other.
Yeah.
But I feel like if you have those whole phases, you know what you like right away. And so when you're ready to like commit, you're like, okay, like this is what I'm looking for, and then you find that person, and you're like, okay, it's that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely all for like going out and exploring like what you like and what you don't like with other people, or like with that other person. I you really said, let me just pour some more. I'm all down for it. I just think if people are going to have that phase, they need to be ready for that phase. You know what I mean? Like I have a friend. Oh no, if she listens to this, she's gonna know exactly who she is. And I love you, girl, if you're listening. But
Lincoln Bio.
Lincoln Bio. No, we need to. People are gonna be like, "Where are the links?"
I'm not gonna drop any links. Just my Instagram.
I just like, she has a boyfriend, right? And they've been dating for a while, and she, had her moment where she just was single. But I genuinely don't think she was ready to be single and to like explore with other people, because she just wasn't finding those like people. You know what I mean? Like she wasn't having, every single experience that she had seems like it was like unsatisfactory in some type of way. So I think if you're going to go out there and do that, like, I don't want to call it a hoe phase because like, who am I to say? Right. But like, if you're going to go out and do that, then, just, it's a mentality, I think. And if you're not there, then you're not there, and there's nothing wrong with that. People grow at their own pace.
I feel that. That's actually a pretty good segue. Oh my God.
Drops your mic. It was that good, you guys.
That good.
It was that
no,
good.
but actually, I mean, so for me, our next topic is going to be on like self-care. Because I feel like that plays a role into dating and also like life and like that. And we mentioned it a little bit, but like, so I was mentioning it in like the car right here where I was like going through like this, I guess, like quarter life crisis, what you said.
Right.
Of like, what am I doing? And I got into this big, like, talking to my therapist of like, okay, how am I going to heal from like my past traumas? And I'm just in this big, like, okay, I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to like, fix this problem with myself. I'm going to do stuff that makes me happy. And you mentioned it too also when we talked about like dating, like you have to love yourself before you can love somebody else. And I think that's true.
Yeah.
I think that's the big thing. Me, I just kind of take it of like, okay, I can still be with somebody and do that work. But for you, like what has been like your journey with self-help? Like what is that look like for you, and what does self-help mean?
Well, for a long time, I thought it was like sit down in a room with a journal and just write it all out. Like write out your deepest, darkest secrets and just like cry. And if you're not crying, then you're not doing it right.
Okay. Period.
Which no, not period. Which was like not good for me personally. Okay. Like if it works for you, it works for you. You know what I mean? But it just wasn't that for me. But yeah, I mean, I've definitely gone through like a whole self-care journey, I guess. I like mentioned before on the car ride. We keep on mentioning what we mentioned before, and it's because it was really good.
I should have recorded that shit. That's a better podcast.
It should have been like a carpool like podcast session.
Carpool karaoke.
Yeah, we start singing. We start singing Bob's. Mariah's quaking right now.
No.
JK girl, we're not coming for your brand.
JK, we are though.
Oh. No, yeah, I've just like recently been getting more into like journaling and just like, for me personally, like just like having a visual layout of like my week and my months they're just like kind of therapeutic, I guess. Like they just make me feel like I am more in control. But yeah, I mean, it just depends on what works for you. Like for me, I've also recently been getting more into like artsy DIY craft stuff.
Okay, love that. HGTV, hit them up.
Yeah.
Link in bio.
Yeah. Link in bio. I'm filling out an application. No. But yeah, like I've been painting like some clothes. I bought some canvases from like, oh no, should I say brand names? Like, is that?
It's fine, yeah.
It's like Target, but this is not sponsored. Well, we just don't want to give them that advertisement.
Yup,
Target, if you're listening. Link in bio. Not the OnlyFans one. The other one, please. That would be embarrassing.
Did you say your booty hole pics?
People are not gonna know what we're okay. But anyway, I got some canvases, so I've been doing like painting and drawing on those and stuff. And like, I don't know, like you follow me on Snapchat?
Yeah.
I guess follow me. What is that?
Yeah. Okay.
We're
calm
friends
down.
on Snapchat, right? We're friends on Snapchat, and that's like mainly where like I post my stuff. I'm not very like I'm not very much an Instagram poster
Yeah, you're
or whatever.
I'm an Instagram whore.
Yeah, no, you really are.
am,
but
yeah.
I post like once, maybe twice a year, and then I'm like, gotta
Done.
keep them guessing.
Mysterious. Love that.
Yeah. But no, yeah, I've been getting more into like art and just like just like poetry and listening to podcasts and like working out.
Okay.
Just like stuff that makes me feel more at peace and more in control and more happy, I guess. And it's different for everyone. Like you can try these things out and they might not work for you. Like maybe what you need is like
Therapy,
to go smash stuff. Yeah, maybe you need therapy. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I might go to therapy, I'm all down for some therapy.
Do it.
But yeah. I mean, I think everyone's journey is individual, but I definitely support it. I think
I've always wanted to go to like those like smash houses where you go and like just they give you like a sledgehammer, there's a room of junk, you just like break shit.
Yeah, there's moments where I'm like, oh, I definitely need to go to one of those, and then there's other moments where I'm like, I would show up and I would just not have the energy to smash anything.
Like, I'm tired.
Like, no, not even tired. Like I just don't have it in me to smash stuff. So it's a very specific vibe, I guess. I'd have to be on. Like I'd have to go in the moment.
in the room.
Yeah.
You might think I'm crazy.
Yeah. No. No, yeah. I think I would have to be like in the moment and go out. That's another thing you mentioned earlier, like trying to be more spontaneous. I'm also trying to be more spontaneous.
Yep.
Because I feel like that's a very, I don't know. It's like always like considered a Sag trait, and I've never really been like the spontaneous person. And now I guess I'm just ready. I'm just ready to go out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel that. I feel like we're the same soul in some regards, and I am totally down to move in together. I mentioned this to you.
You did mention that.
I did, because I feel like we'd have so much fun together.
Yeah.
Just don't bring any guys around though.
Well, the fact that I've been single forever does not make that sound like
appetizing.
Exactly. No.
Oh my god. Yeah. But I am in that transitional phase of like self-care where I'm focusing on myself right now, so that way when I am ready to move out, I'm like, okay, like I am me. I am ready now. And I think moving to like this is so real. This is.
I actually not to go too
special
off
guest,
topic.
Demi Lovato.
Sitting here to my left. No, not to go too off topic, but I recently saw Camp Rock for the first time. Oh, I just hit the mic.
First time.
Yeah, I saw it for the first time. I've never seen it before.
Canceled.
And I saw it like a couple weeks ago, and it was a movie. It was a movie.
It was good though. You didn't like it?
It was. I thought. Oh.
You thought she couldn't sing?
I don't want Miss Lovato to come. No, I thought she had the best vocals on there, of course. I don't know why everyone was making a big deal about that. True. Like, the blonde girl, the one that's like, too cool for you, with the shoulder. Like, she was overrated, honestly.
Okay, a little bit.
Yeah. But it was all right. I would watch it again. Sure.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
I recommend. I liked it. It was good.
It was. Anyway.
But back on self-care. I'm sorry, guys. I had a little too much. I shouldn't be doing this right now. But yeah, I'm down to move in together. For that, we have a blast. Boys Town will be the move, except for me. I'll just be there for the vibes.
Right.
And you'll be there for the hookups.
Well, no, I wouldn't be there for the hookups. I would definitely be there for the men, right? But no, I don't think I'd be there for the hookups.
Okay.
I'd be there for the free drinks.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like.
That.
Well, okay, so I've never been like clubbing per se.
You've never been to Boys Town?
No, I
What?
have. I just
Oh.
haven't like been like in that scene.
But
Like I've gone to clubs there, but I never like felt like, oh, like I'm in that scene now. Like I've just gone for like a couple like hour and then I just
don't
leave.
like. I don't think I'm in the scene, but like
Selena Gomez in the scene.
No. Miss Gomez,
Shake
we
it.
love you, but girl. No. I mean, I wouldn't consider myself a part of the scene, but I just think it's really fun. And, like, I don't really want to shit on these straight bars, but you guys, come on, step it up, ladies and gentlemen.
No, I've been to like
like,
straight bars, though, and they're literally...
yeah, like
Drain
the
my
music choice? Sorry, y'all. Have you not heard of Cher?
Cher?
Like,
Gaga?
Gaga? Like, I just really, I don't know. I'll send you a playlist.
Might send
Just...
Link
I
in bio.
meant to the, yeah. all
Link
you
to
all you
Spotify
bars,
playlist.
link in. Okay, but the gag is my Spotify playlist is so bad. It's so bad. I have like old Meghan Trainor on there, and I
Meghan
skip
Trainor.
her every time. And I'm like, you should just get rid of her. But I'm always like, no. What if I need her one day?
Megan
you know?
Trainor is self-love.
She is self-love. Dear future husband, it's a self-love anthem.
That's that when I cry alone. Dear future husband.
Well, you're in a relationship.
I am true. Yeah.
You
That's a good
said
one.
this is for you.
No. Oh my god, I don't know what this is anymore.
Yeah, no. This is like
think we're just talking
spiraled
shit
out.
now.
It's snowballed.
No, I did actually want to ask you one last question before we cap off this episode.
Cap off
Uh,
already.
get-
Has
get-
it been that long?
It's been 50 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's been, okay. It's
good.
it's flown by.
a good
But anyway.
peeking. It's about self-care. What is your advice for anybody that is looking to do some self-care for themselves? What are, I mean, you mentioned things that you've been doing, but like ideally, what would you say to someone that's looking to do some self-care?
I think my biggest advice would be invest in yourself. And as cheesy as that sounds, I don't mean like go out and like buy $500 worth of like clothes, you know. And I love clothes. Like, you know, retail therapy, sure go for it. But I mainly like encourage like investing time in yourself, because then you'll actually figure out, like, if you spend the time to actually learn and explore what you like and what you don't like,
Sure.
then you'll actually know like what works for you. You know what I mean? Like, I invested some of that time. I'm not fully done yet, but I invested some of that time, and you know, I figured out like art is like therapeutic for me. I figured out that, you know, journaling is good. Like, podcasts work for me.
Period.
Like, meditation works for me. You know what I mean? So it's just like investing that time and figuring out like what works and what helps you the most, I guess.
I feel that.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. I mean, my thoughts on self-care is, I mean, I mentioned it in past podcasts. It was just like making sure, yeah, you're investing time in yourself, but also self-care isn't like something you can accomplish in a week, in a month. It's a process.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone's on a process. Everyone's on a spectrum.
Yeah, no,
It's
they are.
actually-
Like, everyone really is, like, they just mature at different rates. And not even, like, mature, I guess, but you just, like, grow at different, like, speeds. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I feel that. Just stop putting pressure on yourself to do
Yeah.
stuff. I found myself in that habit of, like, pressuring myself into, like, okay, my life has to look like this, or I have to be this kind of healthy internally and externally to, like, feel like I made it, or I'm working something. But it's all a process. I mean, you'll get there eventually.
Yeah.
As long as you're active. I feel like the problem though is like you have to actively be doing something though, because I can say, oh, I'm self-helping, but I'm eating like McDonald's every day.
No, yeah. And I mean, there's also the other, it's like a double-edged sword, because there's the other side where it's like, oh, like, self-help, I'm gonna cancel all my plans and just like eat Cheeto Puffs on the couch. And like, no, girl, like, that is not self-help. You know, you're gonna regret that right after you're done with that bag, or like the next day when you literally don't want to do anything again. You know
Don't
what I
eat the
mean?
bag, chase the bag.
Exactly. That's really good, actually.
That came
Don't
on the
eat the
spot.
bag, chase the bag. That's good.
Good.
But yeah, I think that you have to like learn your limits also, because I also fell into that trap of like, oh, like self-help, like I'm gonna cancel all these things and like eat like a pint of ice cream a night, but like that was not it. That was not it. So you really have to. I encourage just like finding what works for you. And don't
True.
like put pressure on it either, like
True.
you said. Because I
True.
think when you're like forcing yourself to find what works for you, then you're not really gonna find what works for you.
True.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
That's it. Link in bio.
Link in bio.
For self-help tips.
Actually, yes. Follow me.
Well, with that said, guys, that is it for the podcast. We'll wrap it up now. It was fun having you on. It was a great time.
It was great being on here. It was really fun.
It's fun. It's fun. Hopefully we can do some more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll bring on some more people too. We can like chat all of us.
Do
as
like
a
a group session.
Yeah, I'm gonna have like some more mics.
Yeah.
We're gonna get it popping.
Yeah, I'd be down for that. That sounds like
Period.
fun.
Well, if you enjoyed listening, guys, just to wrap up everything we talked about relationships, talked about dating, talked about how men ain't shit.
Basically.
Talked about
Takeaway
life.
of the day.
Takeaway of the day. Links will be in bio.
Links in bio.
And yeah, just life and our experiences through it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed listening. Hopefully you enjoy watching if you're watching at home and on your at home.
I really forgot about that whole bit. I've been like cowering away from that. No, okay. I'm sorry to viewers at home. I really am.
But yeah, guys, thank you for listening. It means so much. And hopefully you liked the episode. And we can continue to have more episodes like this and just have casual conversation. So once again, to cap it up, if you want to be on the podcast, DM me. My Instagram is @JacobSepeda, my full name. And then my email will be also in the Instagram bio as well. So check it out. Links will be in the description of my Instagram and this episode on Apple. And make sure to follow Tonatiu. Have you plug in your social medias. What is that?
So you can follow my Insta. I don't really post there, but I'm trying to post more.
Okay.
It's where WHERE period is IS period and Tonatiu. So it's TONATIU.
Where are you?
Where is Tonatiu? No, really, where am I?
Yeah,
because I never post.
You're
That's
ghosting.
why.
You're ghosting Instagram.
Oh, we made a joke about that. You were like, you can come on and just share some ghost stories, and I was like, all of my dating stories are ghost stories because someone always ghosts.
Oh my god.
But anyway, on that note, I'm more of like a Snapchatter, but like, I don't really know.
Can you plug a Snapchat? Is that a thing?
I don't know. I mean, my username is
Link in bio.
Yeah,
You'll
link
find
in
it
bio. Yeah. Gotta keep them on their toes.
Well, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys for listening. It means a lot for the support. And yeah, just, feel free to give critiques on the show, any feedback, leave a rating, helps us out a lot. And, looking forward to having more episodes. Every Thursday, 9 a.m. is when we post. Videos also posted on 9 a.m. on Thursdays as well. And thank you so much for listening. Thank you for having me on the show.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yes, it's fun.
This was really fun. I liked it.
Breaking your podcast virginity.
No, actually, I've never been on a podcast before. We did a little trial test, and Jacob was like, "This is what you sound like," and I was like, "Excuse me." I was shook. Shook. But I mean, hopefully she's fine. Yeah. We'll see.
Well, guys, that's it for today's episode. Thank you once again. See you later.
See you
later. Why does it sound like Savannah White?
I shouldn't have said see you. You said see you later.
Bye.
You should have said tune in next time.
Tune in next time. Hopefully have rest.
Really
actually, no, because the morning, 9 a.m. Have a good rest of your morning.
That's good. That
Bye.
was good.